When you hear that Buster H.R. Oh, man, it's about to go down. You feel the tension in the air. Wrestling fans all over the world, get ready for this right here. They're gonna have a field day with this one. You're about to witness Buster Unmasked! Oh, Lord! Oh, Lord! There's no telling what Buster's gonna say today. We just getting started. Just getting started! Welcome to Buster Unmasked! Hosted by Buster H.R. Johnson. This is a Buster H.R. exclusive. We are now tuned in to Buster Unmasked. We are now tuned in to Buster Unmasked. You are now tuned in to Buster Unmasked. We are now tuned in to Buster Unmasked. Welcome to Buster Unmasked! Welcome to Buster Unmasked! Buster Unmasked!
All right, y'all. We're here. We're live. You're watching Buster Unmasked. Got an awesome show for you guys today. You know what you got to do. Like this video, share this video. Go to Buster H.R. Johnson on YouTube and subscribe to my channel. That's the most important part right there to help me out a bunch. Go subscribe, hit the little red bell that when you know when content's out, you don't have to look for it. You'll be notified. Got a great show, man. Got a young man that I've been dying to talk to for a while now. Man, I can't really sing this young man's praises enough. But before we get to that point, you know I got to promote my sponsors. You know I got to promote the Dirty Dozens. Because without these sponsors, none of this would be happening. So let's check these guys out. For all of your breaking news, sports, and weather in and around the Jackson, Tennessee, and the West Tennessee area, be sure to tune in to 101.5 FM or 103.5 FM. You can also log in to talkinwesttennessee.com. That's TALKNWESTTN.com or newstalk1035.com. For all of your in-home care and consumer direct services in and around the Caruthersville, Missouri area, be sure to call Glowing Hearts at 573-643-2537. Their priority is caring for you and your family. Be sure to check out the Boot Hill Sports Network on YouTube for all of your sports news and live local games in and around the Missouri Boot Hill. That's BOOTHEEL. That's the Boot Hill Sports Network on YouTube. The Boot Hill Sports Network is also the home of American Hostile Championship Wrestling and the Unified Wrestling Alliance every single Saturday morning at 11 a.m. on YouTube. Professional wrestling just the way you like it. All right, y'all, you know, Sunday, November 9th, the Dirty Dozens is back. It's a quick turnover. It's the third episode coming up. Sunday night, November 9th at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. But this coming Sunday, we're kicking off Dirty Dozens week. So starting Sunday all the way through Thursday, I got podcasts. I got all the Dirty Dozens contestants coming on, and we're going to talk to them. Even Dorian Vane, and if you've been keeping a little score, I've been killing him, just torturing him on Facebook in these memes and in these things. He thinks he can bust with me. There's no chance of it. One day, me and Dorian might have to go one-on-one for everybody to see. But this time, Dorian's got to worry about Big Ace Duke. That's going to be one hell of a matchup. Got Justin Case taking on Double J, 2 managers. Both of these guys can run their mouths. Should be a hell of a show on Sunday, November 9th at 8 p.m. So let me promote this, and then we're going to get our special guest out here, y'all.
You already know who it is. We be bustin'. It's Big Buster, baby, and I got some dirty dozens for y'all. We be bustin'. Wrestling roast battles. Y'all ain't ready for this. Y'all ain't ready. Here we go. Who be bustin'? We be bustin' like Blassie, like William Perry, we hustlin'. Big in these streets like Big Buster. You a sucker like Lou Brother who trust. We bustin'. Lick off shot, chin, get clocked, knick-knack, patty whack, give a dog a bone. Dirty dozens with my pros, step into the zone. Wrestling roast battle, leave that alone. We be bustin'.
All right, guys, that's Sunday, November 9th, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Do not miss it. Tell all your friends. If you want to have fun, laugh at these guys, and watch them smoke each other on the microphone, be sure you're there live to see it as it happens. And talking about live to see it as it happens, that's what I'm talking about right here today. Let me say something about this young man. I first met this young man probably 4.5 years ago at TIWF. Super respectful young man, eager to listen, eager to learn. If I'm thinking right, at that time, he was doing some refereeing while he was training for wrestling. He's done everything right in the business. He was brought in the right way. And man, about 2 years ago, I seen this young man have a series of matches with Chris Rocker where I really seen this guy come into his own. Let me just say this about this young man. He is one half of one of the hottest young on and off again tag teams around our area in the past 20 years. And that's no lie. That's straight facts. He's also your current Premier Pro Wrestling Junior Heavyweight Champion, and there ain't no doubt about it. He is just too smooth. Ty Miller. Ty.
What up, what up, what up?
What's up, man? I'm glad we got you here, dude.
Glad to be here.
So look, Ty, before we even get started, man, you've been here a couple times. This is the first time you've been here by yourself. Give everybody watching, because I think we got some new fans watching from the last time you were on. Give these guys a little history lesson on Ty, where you were born, where you were raised, and how you got in the wrestling business, my man.
I was born in Ripley, Tennessee. Really just a simple guy, just like to have fun and just enjoy just wrestling, watching it and being in it. But just how I got started, most of my family either wrestled or went to wrestling shows. That's how it really just clicked for me, just my family watching it and just thinking I can do it. Then when I actually got into it, I was like, oh, I think I got a chance to really go to the next level. And just where I'm at right now, just trying to make it to the next level.
Man, I'll say that you have upped your game. Look, Eric J is with us. He says, what's up, guys? What's going on, guys? Ty was on fire Friday night at Premier Pro. Always enjoy the show, brother. Good to see you. Good to see you, Ty. Eric J, big component of Premier Pro Wrestling, making everything happen, helps out a bunch. And let's talk about Premier Pro then. Before we really get into the meat of this interview, Junior Heavyweight Champion. Before we even get into this past Friday, talk to me about actually winning that title, Ty, what it meant to you.
It meant a lot because been grinding ever since I got on PPW, Premier Pro. Man, just grinding to get myself to a certain spot in that roster, really. But now, before that, EOG, we was Premier Tag Team Champions.
Right.
And a little disparate happened, and we lost them to Steel Cross. But like I said, respect to them. But really, when I had to really come to myself and just realize, hey, I can make it on my own, and just, hey, I can be a singles competitor, then I had some up and downs, but it really clicked when I got another chance in a fatal four-way. It was me, Brian Hitt, Prestigious P, and my cousin JT. And don't get me wrong, all of them opponents are great. I'm not going down them. I'm not going to talk bad on them. But, like, it was a tough battle. But at the end, I won. And it's like when I had the title in my hand, now I have, like I was thinking, I have a target on my back now. It ain't no, oh, I can gloat.
Right.
Oh, I can praise. No, it's straight business now because I'm the new junior heavyweight champion. And it ain't no fun and games. I gotta prove to the people why I'm the junior heavyweight champion instead of just, oh, I won it and I'm just a fluke, just showing that, hey, I am the junior heavyweight champion for PPW.
And that belt has really been building a hell of a lineage, man. Jake Painter's been the junior heavyweight champion. Now, full-blown TNA guy, contract and all. Marco Harris has been the PPW junior heavyweight champion, top guy around our area, EPW, Memphis Wrestling. So you're in good class. It's a big deal to hold that title. Ain't just any and everybody held that PPW junior heavyweight title. So that was one heck of an accomplishment, especially out on your own. So let's backtrack just a little. You mentioned EOG. You guys were former PPW tag team champions. And I'm going to be honest with you, Ty, one of the hottest young tag teams I've seen around this area, probably, if you want to know the truth, maybe since PG-13. There's a lot of good teams around this area, and there's a lot of good veteran teams, too. You got the Initiative. You got Steel Cross.
LA Hustlers.
The LA Hustlers, obviously, without a doubt about those guys. But at the end of the day, it's been a long time since we've seen new blood. You guys, you and JT versus Parental Advisory, the Dabs boys in EPW, man. All four of you guys, I felt like, had the pulse of the tag team scene around our area. Anybody can say what they want, but I was watching wrestling for you guys. So let's go back to there. Let's go back to you guys facing off against these guys because you also had feuds with the Crowleys, who are now the Outbreak, top guys in JCW. The Initiative. You guys have had a feud with the Initiative. Steel Cross, like you said, you guys have faced off against Steel Cross. Aaron Roberts and his brother, the Bull from the Woods, Cordell Roberts. I seen a match at TIWF where you four guys tore the house down. I was amazed by that match because you two guys, young guys, nowhere near the experience the other two guys have. You guys hung with those guys tooth and nail through the whole thing. So let's talk about EOG for a second, and let's talk about what happened with EOG. Why did you guys decide it was time to kind of branch out? What was the deal with that? Because you guys were really, really, really making a huge name for yourself around our area.
I think I'll speak for me. I just feel like it was a split decision. Like JT was getting more of a push than me. Then I didn't like it, so I turned on him. Like I said, I came to reason like, hey, I don't have no one in this business that gonna look out for me other than my family. Then I came to realize I really need my family behind my back, no matter what. Even though I did that shady move, I understand hey, I really need my partner to have my back no matter what. But like I said, it's not gonna be easy. We're back together now, but it gonna take time because he still brings it up, and I'm trying to prove hey, I'm not gonna stab you in the back. And the fans think I'm still going to stab him in the back. Like I said, now I came to realize, hey, there's no one else I like to win with other than my cousin, because that's just my little brother, even though he's my little cousin.
So it sounds like to me it was just one of them situations where you wanted it to be known that this was an equal team. There wasn't no one guy better than the other, and I believe that with you two guys. Here's the thing. You two guys are great apart, But you two guys have magic when you're together, and that's hard to come by. And you two guys really need to look at that and look back over the last year or so and see where the trajectory of EOG compared to where you are singles. Hey, you're doing great. JT's doing great singles. But just from my personal opinion, EOG was headed places faster than you two guys are going to get there separately. You say you guys are back together now. So are we going to see a lot of EOG tagging up again?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like I said, it takes a little time to trust someone, but he trusted me to tag again. So I'm like, yeah, we gonna tag, but I still gotta build his trust. And I'm willing to work on that. Like I said, you're gonna see more of EOG.
I'm glad to hear that, man. I'm really glad to hear that, man. I feel like you guys in parental advisory were made for each other. I feel like that's a feud right there. I feel like we could watch for the next 10 years. All four of you young guys, hungry, out there really pushing the boundaries, pushing the matches, really good matches between you guys. And I feel like all four of you guys, I feel like each team brought the best out of each other. I feel like y'all brought the best out of parental advisory, and I feel like they brought the best out of you guys.
That's true. That's true.
So, since you've captured this PPW title, you've defended it several times. Let's talk about that for a minute. It's one thing to chase the title. It's a whole nother monster once you get it. Like you said, the target's on your back now. PPW is always bringing in top guys from around the country. So it ain't like you're facing 10 cans. Any guy you face for that junior heavyweight title is a challenge, is an indie guy who is just like you out here looking to make a big name for himself. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about some of the challengers you've had over the last few months, Ty.
Recent, I was in a fatal 4-way at the Doodle Fest. I came out with the win. Like I said, Premier, I always get people that, push me to my limit. And I thank God that, I won because, them guys wouldn't play no games. I can vouch for them. They pushed me. But, I'd rather get pushed than let it be easy because, I feel like an easy match is just not good for me. I'd rather get tested to my limit rather than getting me an easy person that I know, it's easy. I'm fun to win. I'd rather work for what I accomplish. But no, like I said, one of the people that was in that match was Brian Hitt.
Right. Another young guy just debuted on YouTube for Ohio Valley. Brother of Jake Painter. Another young guy just like you and JT, hungry, young, really trying to make it in the business. And here's the thing about those 4-way matches, and a lot of times with PPW, sometimes it's more than 4 guys. Sometimes it's 5 or 6, and it's a scramble match. And that's a whole different monster because anybody gets their shoulders pinned, you lose your title.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about that aspect, man. What kind of pressure those fatal 4-way matches and those scramble matches have on a young champion, man, knowing that you have to keep your eye on every single person in that match. You can't focus on just one guy. It's just like driving your car. You got to watch everybody around you. Let's talk about that and that kind of pressure defending that title in those kind of matches because that seems to be almost the signature match for the junior heavyweight champion in Premier Pro.
Yeah, it makes me stay on my toes. Like you said, man, anyone can get pinned. So I try my hardest just to make sure I see everything that going on. Man, before I was chasing the PPW champion, I was in a 6-man with Sloppy Slade, Payne, Jordan, all people, all the fans know, them guys ain't no joke. And man, when I say push you to your limit, them matches, man, when you get done, you're gonna be tired. And ain't no walking out it's easy. You gonna be tired. And I'd rather have that than anything else, just to prove that, hey, I am who I say I am. I am the junior heavyweight champion for PPW. And I'm proud to say that. And like I said, if next time I'm in another fatal four-way, all of them gonna know why I am the PPW junior heavyweight champion.
And these are fast-paced matches. You got to have cardio. You got to be a cardio monster to even do these matches, man. Like when you got 4 or more guys in the ring at the same time, all going at it, man, it's chaos. It's hard for the referee to keep up with the action. Sometimes they can't. And once again, you ain't got to be the one to get your shoulders pinned. Somebody else can get their shoulders pinned, and boom, there goes your title. So you got to watch everybody. Puts a lot of stress on you, but you're used to that now, man. Like you and JT had a good run as the Premier Pro Tag Team Champions, and I know you've held some other titles through your career at TIWF and places. So let's talk about that for a minute. Give us a little bit of history lesson on some of the titles that you've held through your career, tags and singles.
TIWF, I held the Heritage title for a little minute. That run was good. That's when I finally faced Marco for the first time. And that match, to me, that match proved that, hey, I can hang with Marco. And
right.
it showed like it. You can't tell me nothing else. Like, if y'all want facts, look up Julia. She got the match. Look at it and see me go toe-to-toe with Marco.
That's Julia Greer on YouTube. Go check her out, man. She's got all kind of wrestling from EPW to hell, everywhere really. MIW, Premier Pro, and I know I'm missing several more companies she's filmed for. I think she's got some PKAW, maybe some Top Notch. A lot of stuff out there. And Marco Harris, let's talk about that match for a second, because Marco is looked at as one of our. Actually, Marco probably is looked at as our top home guy around here. He's got the win. He's in shape. He can go. He's been at the top of EPW several times. He's working his way to the top of Memphis Wrestling now. Marco, to get in the ring with Marco, that's a big deal for anybody. So let's specifically talk about that match and some of the challenges that you had to overcome wrestling Marco Harris, man.
To me, like, yeah, that was the match to prove that, hey, I'm on the level Marco's on. But like I said, he got his own style. Like I said, we both athletic. You can't tell me nothing about it. We both athletic.
Right.
It showed to me like, oh, okay, someone is just like me, or I'm just like him. Like that match, like showed me like, okay, I'm just not the only one that is a athlete, like that can pick people up, can move fast, can just get to their spot when they need to. Like that really showed me like, okay, I'm not the only one. So when I had that match, it showed me, okay, I still got stuff to work on. I still got to get better or surpass Marco. Like I said, to me, that's my opinion. I think me and him are on the same level. Like it's nothing that he can't do that I could do better. Like it's one of them. I think we legit toe to toe. Anything he can do, I'm not gonna say I can do better, but I can do, and in my own style. Like I'm not gonna disrespect Marco in any type of way because he is the face in the Mid-South that is getting looked at. Like I said, is there other people that can do what he do? Yeah. But to me, I feel like I'm legit right there with him. Like, there ain't nothing he's doing that I can't do. Like, I really feel that. And, like, if anyone got honest, like, oh, no, he's not like that, look at the match we had. That's all I can say. If y'all think I'm not on the level he's on, we had a singles together. We had a triple threat together. Like I said, the match shows that, hey, I can go with him. It ain't just me just bashing him. I'm just saying, like, he's not the only one that's out here explosive and full of energy. I'm the same way, but I just
Right.
got a different style.
I'm going to lay it out here for you, dude. I'm going to be honest with you. I feel like you've got the best, prettiest drop kick of anybody around our area, man. And you're not quite as tall as Marco. Man, you got hops, dude. Man, when you hit that drop kick and it's on, it is it is art, dude. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's art. It's beautiful when you do it and hit it right, and it's a big boost for your confidence. No, Marco's been at the top of these companies. You know there's eyes on Marco. So when you step in the ring with a guy like that, it's your chance, like you said, to prove, hey, I'm on that level. You know, I believe I am, and I believe you proved that, dude. I believe you proved that you were on that level. I would like to see you and Marco actually have a series of matches. And since we're going to talk about series of matches, I met you probably 4.5 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Probably 3.5 years ago, we finally had our first conversation at TIWF. Man, you had wrestled earlier. I guess you had wrestled because when I first started going there, you were still refereeing and training and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I think you had started wrestling already. It just started really active every Saturday. And me and you I was filming, we had a conversation, man. And the one thing I thought you were younger than you are. Not that you're old, but you're a little bit older than JT and like the parental advisory boys, even Marco. Marco, you're a few years older than these guys. And that's one of the first things I noticed about you. When I asked you your age and you told me, even before that, you seem to have a little bit more maturity than a lot of guys have at that stage in the wrestling business. And then when you told me your age, I thought, yeah, man, I was a little surprised at first because I thought you and JT was probably within a couple of years of each other. But that maturity went a long way. You were eager to learn. You were eager to listen. And then I seen you you were going along and you were doing great, but I felt like you had kind of started wrestling and you had reached a point where you'd kind of plateaued. And then I seen you have a series of matches with Chris Rocker where I watched you get better every single match y'all had. If I'm thinking right, y'all had at least 3 or 4 matches over that many weeks. And every week you were better and better. Rocker was able to take you in there, do more integral spots with you. You were keeping up. That right there is when I knew. I thought right there, it hit me. I thought, this fucking dude here is going to be good. When he gets his confidence where it needs to be, he's going to be good. And I think you've done great, man. I think you and JT both have done great separately. But I keep going back to EOG. I feel like that's where the money's at for you guys. Here's the thing, man. The worst thing you can do in the wrestling business is get something that works and then abandon it. You know what I mean? I'm so glad to hear you guys are going to be tagging again. I feel like if you guys really stick together, you guys could very well be EPW Tag Team Champions in a year. I think it's just a matter of you guys. Them realizing they can depend on you guys and you guys are going to be there when they need you. I feel like you and JT could definitely be EPW Tag Team Champions. A lot of eyes on EPW. They're opening up new TV markets all over the place. A lot of new eyes on EPW. So let's talk about EOG and that first run y'all had with EPW. What was the deal? How was it with that first time they called you guys to actually come work as EOG? Talk to me about that because I know it had to feel good, man.
Yeah, for Neil to just inbox us and say, "Hey, can we come?" was a big shocker to us because we felt like we still weren't ready. But I appreciate Neil for just giving us a shot just to showcase what we have. Then when we first did our first TV taping and just in general, the crowd you couldn't at that time. They hated us. That's one of them. But you can't deny that we was like electric. Like the moves we did, how we did it. You couldn't boo that. It was just genuine. Oh, they're good. They're a good tag team. We ain't no slouching or phony tag team. We was legit tag team. Because when we first got there, our first match was parental advisory. And like I said, when we got back, they said nothing but good things about the match. Was our first time up there. I think we could have had a match of the night because how everyone was talking about it. And we never met PA at that time. So for us just to do that and just show that, hey, two unknown young teams to come together and just make magic without even knowing each other. But now that night was just great. We just clicked and like the crowd was never silent from the start to the end. And that was
you
just
and
amazing.
JT have great chemistry. When I watch you guys, I don't feel like you guys are ever confused with what each other is doing or going to do. I feel like it's kind of second nature to you guys, and that's something that you don't have with everybody, especially a tag. Look, you can have good tag teams with people, but when you find somebody that you really click with and you guys kind of, there's a chemistry there, there's an undeniable chemistry, that's when magic happens. And when you meet another team, and here's the thing about EOG, I've seen you guys work a bunch of different teams, bunch of different style teams. So I feel like you guys can have a good match with anybody. Parental advisory, the same thing. I've seen them wrestle a bunch of different teams. I feel like they can have a good match with anybody. And now sometimes when you put these two teams together that are fighting to be over and fighting to be the top team, sometimes you put them together and it's like oil and water. It don't happen. But for you four guys, man, all four of you guys had chemistry, just like you said. Put on some unbelievable matches from the very first one. And let me ask you this, Ty. You growed up wanting to wrestle, being around wrestling. What was it like the first day you got to watch EPW and see yourself on TV, man? And actually doing something on TV, not just putting somebody over, actually having these competitive fucking matches, dude.
It felt great because, like, just doing from, like, first starting to just seeing myself on YouTube and on other, like, networks, it's just showing that, hey, if you put your mind to it, you can do anything. And I was just proud of that moment. Me and JT watched the first match, and I was like, if we can do that, we can do anything. We just got to put our mind to it and work for it. That's genuinely it. Like, we were just proud that we made it to EPW and was, like, showcasing what we can do.
And here's the honest truth of it. From the minute you guys formed EOG, and you guys had worked with each other before, I'm pretty sure you guys had tagged some before, worked each other as opponents, but when y'all formed EOG, it didn't really take you guys long to go from Trenton, Tennessee, or West Tennessee, anywhere in West Tennessee, then all of a sudden I'm seeing you guys on EPW. It was pretty fast. I would say within, and this is just a guesstimation from me, 6 months of you guys creating EOG, you guys were on TV on EPW, and that's a big deal, man. That's fast. That's a real big deal. I was so proud of you guys, man, because here's the thing. You wasn't there just putting these guys over. You could tell immediately EPW seen something in you guys, seen something in those guys, and I still feel like you guys get back together, go back to EPW. I feel like we're going to see that feud with parental advisory play itself out a little further. And like I said, I feel like this is something that we could see. You all four of you guys are young enough. We could be watching you guys feud on and off for the next 10 years, creating killer matches, creating killer moments, and just creating art out there, because good pro wrestling's art, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so let me ask you this. I jump around. So let's go back to those matches with Chris Rocker, because I felt like those were the matches where you switched from being kind of just high to you started really figuring out who you are and how to do this stuff. So take me through those matches, because the first match was good. The second match was better. And like I said, I think you guys had at least 3 or 4. And they consistently, I've seen you get better and better working with Rocker. So let's go back there and take me through those. Let's talk about the first match. How was the first match with Rocker in that situation? Now, y'all may have worked each other before, but that was a feature at TIWF. That was a full-blown angle. It wasn't just like a match that was thrown out there. You guys had a job to do, and you guys did it. So let's talk about that, man, because I feel like that's when you really started becoming who you are now.
I was nervous. Like, to be in the ring with one of the Mid-South legends, Chris Rocker, it was an honor for the get-go. It was just nothing but just praising that man. But it was like a little nervousness until I took that bump, and I was like, okay, now I can get with it. But now just working Rocker, like, it was just fun. None was hard. None was like complicated. Like I said, as a greenhorn, it was just listen. It was really just listen, and he'll help you through the way. And some of the stuff he let me call, and I was like, okay, cool. But not just for my first match with him, and that it was just great. And like I said, I learned a lot from that match. Like, he told me the only thing he had a problem with me was to slow down. That's the only thing he told me, was just to slow down. And on through the match, you see me like, okay, now I'm seeing what he's talking about. I'm seeing what, like, he's talking about slow down, because I don't have to go 100 miles just to do this move. I can just slow it down, and so people can understand what happened and stuff like that. That first match really just showed me, like, oh, okay.
I noticed that too through the matches. I seen you starting to let things breathe, not boom, 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 boom. Do your move, do your spot, let it breathe a little bit, let the fans absorb it. Because here's the thing, if you outpace your fans, no matter how good your match is, if you lose the fans, even by outpacing them, the match is just what it is. You didn't accomplish your goal. And here's the thing, I don't think nobody athletically, I know you knew you could hang with Rocker athletically in the ring, but over those matches, that's where I seen you go from. I think that's where you really started getting the work part of wrestling, the letting it breathe, the placing things in the right spot to get the maximum effect out of them, not just boom on top of each other, spot, trying to make them pop. And I feel like, talk to me about after those series of matches was over, because I know you had to feel different than you did when they started, Ty.
I took a lot from the matches. Like, I just didn't like, oh, they were just simple matches. No, I was in there with a man that done it all. Like, just like I said, it's an honor just to be in the ring with him. But now I took legit, you don't have to rush. You don't have to do all the flippy stuff. You don't have to show that, hey, I need to do this move to get me over. I can do the simplest stuff just to get over or get my point across. Chris Rocker showed me so much from that, just them series working him. He didn't do that much. He didn't do that much at all. He just did what he knew to get over or to get to what he's trying to explain in a moveset or a move that he done. And I took that with me, like, I don't have to do a million moves. I don't.
That's right. And I think all young guys, when I first started, slow down. That was the main thing with me too. Slow down. I think everybody, all young guys, when they break into business, you go in there and you go 90-0 because you really don't know nothing else to do at that point. You hadn't really learned to work. You may know how to wrestle in the ring, but wrestling in the ring and working are two totally different things. And I feel like simple, because that's what I remember about those matches too. I seen spectacular moves. I think that's where you really started pinpointing your drop kick, was in the feud with Rocker. I think that's the first time I really noticed that drop kick and it being pinpoint. And you don't have to do 1,000 things to get over with the fans, like you said. And I feel like Rocker really brought a lot out of you. A lot that we're still seeing today, right now, out of you, man. Look, we got Prestigious P with us. If the first comment was Ty Miller was involved in a hate crime at TIWF, against most prestigious. Now, Ty, he is a little fruity, so that might be somewhat true if you beat him up. Might be a little true, or at least maybe you could say he could say that. And then he come back and he says, me and Ty have unfinished business. And that one hell of a, that one-on-one will put any company who back it on the map. So let's talk about that since he's in here for a minute. What's your thoughts about prestigious P, man? Be honest now, Ty.
I got nothing but love for him. I do. But what he's talking about, we was in a fatal four-way. It was me, him, Brian Starr, and a dude named Rage or something like that. And he started talking stuff. He got in the middle. Like, come on now. In a fatal four-way, why would you get in the middle of guys that are trying to fight? And he just talked. He was just talking. Then, well, my good old little smack, and everybody had a chance of smacking him. So he was talking about we all beat him up and all that stuff. Well, he literally stepped in the middle of people that's trying to fight. Like, you know, I'm like, we trying to win a match. We don't care what you're saying at this moment. We're trying to win a match. So he still got a little hate towards that. But like I said, I was just doing that. I had to prove my point. Like, I had to win a match. That was my whole thing, just win that match. But like, there's no hard feelings. Like I said, that was nothing personal. He taking it personal. But like I said, I had nothing personal towards him. I'm just trying to win a match. Like, that's the whole objective. I'm trying to win to move up the rankings.
Look, man, if you got some jokes for him, I can put y'all in the Dirty Dozens roast battles. Man, Pete thinks he's the man. He actually won one of the last battles. So you write you some jokes, Ty. I'll hook y'all up. You might even win $50, man.
Hey, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't even joke like that. I let my moves. I let my moves in the ring shows that I don't gotta talk to prove my point that why I'm the best or any other thing. My move will show that why y'all see my name is Too Smooth. That's it. But like I said, he can have that contest with him. I don't gotta talk to show that I'm relevant. Not to throw shots. I don't have to show moves that I'm relevant or talk. Talk. My move can show that I'm legit. But like I said, he's still talking. I'm seeing him still. Yeah.
Prestigious Pete never shuts up, Ty. Never shuts his mouth. Never. It don't matter what it is. He got something to say. It does not matter. Keith Jordan's in there. He says, congratulations to him and his tag partner. I'm so proud of them boys. Them young zebras, goats, very impressive talent. And so let's talk about this for a second. Mainly a TIWF guy, West Tennessee guy. These fans here all know you and JT both. So y'all get the according reaction. If you're good guys, they cheer you. If you're bad guys, they boo you. But at the end of the day, they love both of you guys, period. So let's talk about that kind of thought, going from TIWF and branching out into EPW, because I know one of every wrestler's fears and thoughts is, am I going to get over here? Are these fans going to accept me like they do over here? Talk to me about that aspect. Was you guys worried when you first debuted in EPW that the fans might not feel the same way about you guys, whether they're cheering you or booing you? The worst thing that can happen is not getting any reaction, them just not caring.
Yeah, we was nervous because we never been outside of TIWF, MIW, places in the Mid-South area, just in general in that area. We was like, we don't know. We was like, well, if we don't get nothing. But like I said, when we got out there, you couldn't deny the energy that the fans had, even though we got booed. Like I said, they knew something about us that, they probably be something. Then when we had our match, it wasn't boos, but they was more shocked and surprised and like, oh, they can actually do this. They actually can work instead of just being a knockoff tag team. But no, we were just really nervous at just being in a new area and seeing if the fans really would mess with us or just really see that we are a legit tag team. We was nervous. It was no ands or buts about that. We were nervous.
They took to you guys immediately, from what I remember. I don't remember. If I'm remembering right, even as y'all in y'all's walkout, they were starting to give you heat, and it was kind of lukewarm. And then when y'all got in the ring, within about the first 3 minutes of the match, the crowd was with it. Then, like you said, they wasn't booing you because they didn't like you. They were booing you because you were doing your job like you should do, and they were impressed. That's a big thing, man. Like I said, all wrestlers worry about when they go into a new place. Everybody worries about, man, am I going to get over here? Am I going to get, if you're a heel, am I going to get good heat here? Am I a babyface? I feel like it's worse as a baby, because as a heel, not really that hard to get heat. I mean, you can get heat, but as a babyface, you got to have these fans cheer you, man. And sometimes they just don't. But you guys got an instant reaction out of them. Keith's back, and he said, I want them to go up or higher out of Tennessee. I would like to see them do big Texas, Georgia, and Oklahoma. And we were talking about this before we went on the air, man. Both of you guys are starting to branch out separately at some places, together at some places. I'm like Keith. I feel like that's what I want to see you guys do. I want to see you guys go to EPW, stay there, and win the tag team titles. Then I want to see you guys make that next step, whether that might be Memphis Wrestling, whether that might be Dog Pound Wrestling, Rodney Max in Texas, Danny B. Jr., DJ's there and at Texas Style Wrestling, making a big name for himself. He's actually the junior heavyweight champion for both of those companies, if I remember right. So let's talk about that for a second. What would you think about a junior heavyweight versus junior heavyweight champion match at PPW? If those guys could get Danny B. Jr. in, DJ come in, defend his Dog Pounder, his Texas Style junior heavyweight title against you in that PPW junior heavyweight championship.
I'm game. I love new talent, and like I said, DJ was one of my first matches when I started, and I was so green. That was one of my that was literally, if that was my second match. He was my second match in the business, and that's when I didn't know nothing. That I just okay, this is my first. Okay, now I'm at a point where I'm still working, but I'm looking forward to that. And like I said, if they make it happen, like I said, hey, Pain, any NWA, if y'all want that, I'm all game for that. Y'all gonna get 110% out of me. Like I said, I ain't no slacker. Hey, I'm with all the smoke. Like I said, from all the other podcast interviews with all my tag team, we're going all the smoke. I'm not ducking no one. Like I said, for the tag division, PA still on notice. Hey, NWA dog. Hey, y'all on notice. Tag division, everyone is on notice. Like I said, me and JT ain't playing no games. Anyone can get it. We ain't ducking no one. Y'all know where we at. We'll come to y'all. It don't matter. Y'all can book us, and we'll show y'all why we are EOG and why we are separate wrestlers that we can go toe-to-toe with anyone. And that's just not me being cocky. And some old heads, like I said, I have nothing against old heads. It's just we just know we're that confident that we can go with anyone. It's just not us being arrogant and egotistic. It's just us being confident as a person that, hey, we can go toe-to-toe with anyone. It's just confidence, not ego.
You need that confidence in this business, man. Yeah, here's the thing. This business is full of egos. The biggest thing about ego, you need it in the wrestling business. You just need to keep your own ego in check. Don't believe your hype. A lot of guys start believing their hype. A lot of guys start getting put over and people putting them over, talking about them. And then before long, they believe everything someone says about them. You gotta keep that reality in you. Both of you guys, you and JT both know that, hey, yeah, we know we're good, but we know we could damn sure get better. And that's what I think that's the step for you guys. Like I said, I want to see you guys capture the EPW tag titles, and then I want to see you step up another level in competition. Maybe NWA itself, man. Maybe Joe Kazana's NWA would be a good spot for you guys. I don't know. But let's talk about Too Smooth for a minute, because I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm digging these fucking outfits, dude. I really love the silver with the top hat and shit. I think that fucking shit rocks, dude. So let's talk about Too Smooth. When did we discover we were too smooth, Ty?
I think when I faced like that Marco match, like I was like, man, it was just coming too easy. The stuff, the moves I was doing, like it just came flawless and smooth. Like, hey, and I got the reason why I said smooth. It's like, hey, like my drop kick, like I said, the smoothest in the Mid-South and possibly Midwest or just in general. I think to me, like I got one of the best drop kicks, and that's not me just too much. Everyone's saying it, like I said, and I got one other friend, like little competition with, like we having a little competition who has the best drop kick. It's me, it's out of me, Marco, and Cam Madden of the Hollow Boys. Like I said, he got a good drop kick. Don't get me wrong. I'm gonna give him credit when credit's due. But like I said, mine is my own. Like reason why they say it, because I tell him, you probably get high on your drop kick. Mine is technique. I can get high, but there's a form and formation of how I do my drop kick. I just don't jump and do it. It's just a craft to it. I ain't gonna say it ain't no easy thing. I'm just like, it just, my drop kick is like my drop kick. That's all I can say. It just, I feel like I got one of the best, not even, or the best. And that's other people's opinion. Like I said, everybody got their opinions, but like I feel like my drop kick is one of the best.
I think it is, man. Everybody talks about Jeff Jarrett's drop kick back in the day. I think yours is just as pretty as Jeff's, man. It's that accuracy. It's that push off afterwards too, man, where you take that flip, pop down on your stomach, pop right back up, where it looks like fucking art. I think so, man. And Cam, I've actually called a couple of Cam's matches. I feel like he's at the same place you were probably 4 years ago. He's got all the potential in the world and all the talent. He's doing real good. Him and Billy Madding, man. And Billy, man, when I seen Billy the first time a few months ago from the dog pound days, Billy's like a fucking Ferrari now or a Porsche, man. He's lost all that weight. He's slim, he's trim. Those two guys really look good together. I really like that team. And I feel like those guys would be good to work with EOG. I feel like you four guys could probably have some real good matches, man. And so, Too Smooth, man. When you first branched off, because at first I know as EOG y'all were trying to get tights and stuff that look alike, and then when y'all first kind of split apart a little bit, I noticed you were kind of in limbo a few shows, maybe a couple months, and then all of a sudden I started seeing you break out the new gear, the silver, the black. Talk to me about that aspect. Did it take you a few minutes to find that look, or did you kind of already always have it in your mind?
It was a 50-50. Like I said, it was more of a, how can I make myself smooth? Like I knew my moves were smooth. Now it was one of them things in my mind, hey, how can I show like appearance while everything I got on is smooth? Like my black tights, if you look real close, they just not black tights. And a lot of people think they just black tights. I think they're leopard print black tights. And like if you get up close to them, you would see it. That's what I was like going for. Like I said, I still can be the heel smooth, but like I have that dark color, but with a little flashiness like the leopard print. And I got some red ones just like it, but that stand out more. But it's just really just the stuff I wear was like, how can I be outstanding? And there's more to come. It's just not them. I still got stuff in the works. It's just time. It's just really time consuming.
It takes you time. And here's the thing. Your music is the first thing people hear, and then when they see you come out the curtain, you got to look like something. You can't just come out in T-shirts and shit and old raggedy stuff. You need something that makes people's eyes, that almost magnetizes their eyes to look at you when you come through that curtain. And I think you accomplished that, man. I really love the new look, the gear. I love the idea of Too Smooth, man. I think it's really you. Here's the thing. I don't think it's a creation. I think it's pretty much part of your personality, who you really are in real life, dude. And let me ask you this, Ty. We're already running on an hour. We're probably going to run a couple minutes over. Let's talk about tag teams first. I want to know who you feel like you guys' toughest opponents have been so far since y'all been doing EOG. We named off several of the teams y'all faced: the Initiative, the Crowleys, Parental Advisory, Steel Cross, and there's probably the Roberts brothers, Big Aaron and Cordell. And I know y'all probably faced some other teams, Parental Advisory. But who do you feel like your toughest challenges are for EOG? Who do you feel like the toughest tag team that y'all faced?
I say it's a tie between PA and the Roberts family. Robert family can speak for themselves. I ain't saying look at their size. Just look at it. Like it wasn't gonna be easy to begin with them. If anyone think they can just go toe to toe with them, they're sadly mistaken. And their size don't fool their size. Aaron showed multiple times, hey, don't fool this, don't get this size to fool you. And Cordell's the same way. Don't get that size thinking, they can move. For that size, they can move. And PA, they can speak for themselves. They're high intensity, just like me and JT. And like they match our energy. It's simple as to be. But like just top, them two are top, like, hey, if you think it's gonna be easy, it's not. PA gonna bring everything out of you, and also the Roberts family is gonna bring everything out of you. You're gonna have to scratch and claw to win that match.
Yeah, yes. I feel like the Roberts boys, man, that is a tough challenge in the true sense of the word. Both guys are fucking monsters. Both guys are tough as hell. Both guys have a ton of experience. Both guys been doing this probably since they was 13 years old. And they're still evolving. That's the thing that a lot of young guys like you need to look at. Here's the thing. Aaron and Cordell, it took them roughly almost 10 years in the business to evolve into who we see now. They really are. So no matter how much you try to rush it, sometimes you just got to let it happen. You got to wrestle, go out there, go through different stages until finally the gimmick comes out. Aaron come out in a big way. Same thing with Cordell. And as far as you guys in Parental Advisory, I mean, I feel like the Roberts are a tough challenge, period. But Parental Advisory, you four guys are the guys that's really competing almost for the same spots around the Mid-South area. So you guys are pushing each other to have these fucking awesome I don't even want to call them high-flying, high-intensity, fast-paced matches, man. And so I feel like Parental Advisory through the years are going to be y'all's toughest challenge for the next few years. Zach O'Brien's in here, and he said, just wait until the Outcast get a hold of you and JT. So what's up? Y'all is that this Saturday night, TIWF, y'all got a match with the Outcast?
We're not going to be there because we got other business to tend to. But nah, like Zach said, yeah, they ambushed us, so that's a snake move. So I feel like they know they can't beat us. And like your name is the Outcast, like legit. Like read your name again, Outcast. Y'all not in the league with us. Y'all not. Y'all are outcasts for a reason. But nah, like I said, it was one of them. They jumped us from behind, a snake move. Like I said, they never been in the ring with me and JT together. They've been in the ring with us separate, but together we're a whole different monster. I'm telling you, they just don't know.
And like, I may be mistaken, but the Outcast, that's Zach and Will, right?
Yes.
Okay, another team. Both of these guys have been doing this. Surely I want to say Zach's probably been doing this right at 10 years, 8 to 10 years. Probably the same thing with Will. Both guys, fucking talented guys, man. They know each other well. They're family. But both guys, Will's a guy. Zach's always, man, from the time I started seeing Zach at EIW, Zach and Chase McCoy were two of the guys that really impressed the hell out of me just because they don't have the look that say they could do the shit that they can do in the ring. You see those guys, you don't think you're going to be seeing them do moonsaults and shit, but you do, and they're good at them. And Will, here's the thing about Will, and this is my personal opinion. When Will's confidence is where it needs to be, Will's off the charts, man. Will can fucking go. Will's a good-looking kid. He's most of the time he's in decent shape. Both of these guys are a hell of a tag team. Y'all have me interested in seeing this match now, actually. I want to know. I want somebody to let me know when this match is going to happen and where. If it's at TIWF for sure, because y'all got me interested in wanting to see this match. So let's talk about singles. You told us who you feel like your toughest challenges have been in tag team. Let's talk about singles, Ty. Who do you feel like so far has been your toughest opponent and your biggest challenge? And it ain't got to be just since you've been the PPW Junior Heavyweight Champion. It could be any single match you've had. JT's already jumped in here, man. JT answered it for you. I don't know if you agree with that, but he answered it for you, man.
Yeah, I give it to my little cousin. He made me go to a limit I wasn't expecting with him. But no, he brought a lot that I didn't know that I can do in our match. And I give him credit for that. He brought stuff out of me that, hey, I thought I couldn't do. Like, honest opinion, like, one of the toughest one is my cousin because he knows everything I can do. And I know everything he can do. So that match was just, like I said, even though he won, like I said, I give credit when credit due. He did win. But like I said, he brought a lot out of me, and it was a difficult match. And to me, yes, my cousin is one of the hardest people I had to face.
I don't know that JT even realized how good he really is. I mean, really, I first met JT at EIW in New Bern. He was still a kid. You're talking 5 years ago. So I think JT's probably 17 now. So you're probably, how old is he now?
18. He just found.
Oh, is he 18? So he was 12, 13 years old when I first met him. Another guy broke in the business right, kind of done whatever needed to be done to get to train. And I don't think JT realizes, he's as good as he really is, man. And that's the honest truth. And here's a comparison. I think everybody's going to think, well, what the fuck? You're full of shit. JT reminds me of a young Brian Christopher when Brian Christopher first started. He's got the size. They're kind of, and here's the thing. You're a smaller dude. Your whole stature and everything. You're a more compact dude. JT's a larger guy, and he's not through filling out yet. I feel like JT's probably going to come in somewhere around hopefully 6'1", 6'2", and probably 240 pounds, shredded probably. Big guy. JT's got a ton of potential, man. And both of you guys together, man, I love the fact that you can feel you guys' chemistry come through the screen when y'all are out there. I'm just going to be honest with you. EOG is the way to go for me. I feel like y'all are going to get so much further, so much faster if y'all stick together as EOG because people want it. And there's really not a bunch of great tag teams around our area. Let's be honest. The Outbreak, they're going to probably be gone before it's over more than they're going to be around now since they've hooked up with JCW.
Yeah.
Still
I told them, I said, I understand y'all there. I said, if y'all can get us up there to face y'all or just, get us one more match to prove that, we trying to get where y'all are trying to get. Like I said, when we face them, man, it's just more of that gimmick. They just doing the gimmick, but they legit can work.
Those guys can work, man.
They can work. Though like I said, Gimmick wise, they top tier. They're one of the best because their gimmick is their gimmick. Like you can't beat that. But like I said, just the gimmick wise, it's top tier. But they can also work. If they ask them to work like an actual match, they can work. That's what I'm saying. They just don't see that.
I felt like those guys, like you said, always can work their ass off in the ring, and I feel like there was just something missing from that gimmick. They needed something with that gimmick, and I think Barnabas was the last missing piece of that puzzle for those two to really reach their potential because, like you said, they can fucking work with anybody in the ring. They have no issues in the ring, but they needed that mouthpiece. And you automatically you think, well, how do you improve on the Crowleys? But I like them better as the Outbreak. I love the fucking Zombies. I think I think the Crowleys were just practice for them to get to become the Outbreak because they are better than. I think both of those guys ought to audition for The Walking Dead or something as zombies because I think they get it. I think they get a part. I mean, they are that good at that gimmick, man. I like it. I think the Outbreak gives them a vehicle to reach higher plateaus than the Crowleys did. And the thing about wrestling, especially when you're tag teaming, it's all about them pieces of the puzzle. And I feel like once they hooked up with Barnabas, I felt like that changed everything for those guys. I feel like that right there, that's what they'd always needed was some kind of mouthpiece that fit them. But who do you fucking find that fits them? It's hard to find a guy that's really going to fit those guys, fit the Crowleys. But Barnabas was perfect for them, super talented. I've seen you guys, as a OG, have some hellacious matches with the Crowleys. So that's a feud that's still open. The Initiative's out there. They're still going at it as tag teams. That's another feud. Steel Cross, if they get back together. You guys have faced off against Steel Cross a pretty good amount of times, right?
That's who took the PPW champions off us. But
that's what I thought.
And like I said, we feel like we're still like, even though we broke off, we're still one of the best in the Mid-South. That you can ask JT. If JT's still on here, you can ask me. We feel like we're still the best. Like I said, it ain't no cockiness. It's just us confident. We feel like we still the best tag team in the Mid-South. Even no disrespect to no heads. I promise we're not. It's just our time is now, and the people that been there, like been doing it for a long time. Like I said, y'all had y'all time. It's all love. Just in general, it's just our time. Like I said, we pay our condolences. Like we got mad respect for the veteran tag team. Like we got utmost respect for y'all. But like, it's our time. Like,
go and say it. We coming for your asses. We coming for those spots. I mean, be honest about it, Ty. We coming for those spots. All right, Ty. We're fixing to wrap it up. But before we do, where do you want to see EOG be in a year from now? If we came back and did this podcast a year from this date, man, where do you want to? What kind of growth do you want to see out of you and JT, or even you as a singles? Both, matter of fact. Where do you want to see EOG be? And here's the issue with that. I feel like to get where EOG needs to be, y'all going to have to focus on that. I feel like you really need to cut down on the singles matches and pretty much make sure promoters book you guys as a tag team, because I feel like that's the thing. But where do you fall in on this, man? Where do you want to see EOG, and where would you want to see yourself in a year from now?
Possibly somewhere on TV. Like I said, if OVW can like where Brian hits that, like if we can get on there and showcase what we got, we like, I ain't gonna say feel accomplished, but that's another big move. Like, oh, okay, we made it to the TV show that's on Roku, that's on like Netflix and stuff like that. If we can make it there, it's a possibility. And like another year, like I'll say TNA or like NXT, right? That's our big goal. Like just to make it on one of them as a tag team or single. Like I feel like we can make it there. Like honestly, or AEW, like I said, Nothing against none of them companies. It just we feel like we can make it on that scene and showcase that small town Ripley guys can make it to the big leagues.
Hey, some of the best talent come from small towns, dude. And that goes for any sport or anything. It don't matter whether it's football, baseball, basketball. Some of the greatest players came from some of the smallest towns. And I'd love to see you guys get a shot in TNA and then get picked up from there into NXT and then see where it goes from there, man. I feel like the structure would be good for both of you guys, the WWE structure, because AEW would be great, get you some exposure, and you might even make more money at AEW than you would with WWE or TNA starting out. But I feel like WWE trains you for wrestling, not just in the ring now, the whole gamut, being able to do the press appearances, being able to do radio early in the morning, train regular, keep yourself in shape, keep your look together. I feel like WWE is the place that really trains complete wrestlers. Look, we got LC Crazy, Levi Chance, man, another guy like Chase McCoy and Zach O'Brien, another guy that, man, can do shit for his size that guys like him shouldn't be able to do, man. Super talented dude. Here's the thing. When I first come to West Tennessee, moved up here, and I first started getting into the wrestling, and I said this the other day with Jack Parker Jr., you West Tennessee guys were leaps and bounds ahead of the Arkansas boys at the same level. The Arkansas boys over the last few years have really started up in their game, and they are starting to get on that same level. Some of them already are. There's a lot more work, but you guys, there's just so much work around West Tennessee for you guys. You guys get to work week in, week out, sometimes Friday and Saturday, sometimes another day on top of that too, for year after year, man. And when I first got here, I was blown away because I felt like all the West Tennessee boys could pretty much do everything. Whether it was the big guys could fly, the little guys could fight. I felt like y'all were just way far ahead of what I had left Arkansas and seen there. West Tennessee is a good spot for guys to really learn this business and learn how to work. When I first got here, I was seeing you guys do the same shit all the big time guys do. Same spot, same moves, and do them good, you know. So a lot going on in wrestling. Arkansas wrestling's really picking up. West Tennessee is picked up. Premier Pro, one of the best companies around our area. TIWF, one of the longest running companies. Them and probably Osceola are probably the two longest running companies around the Mid-South area in our area, Memphis Mid-South area. I don't think there's any question of that. EPW's been around a long time too now. Just a lot of talent, a lot of good stuff. Ty, man, I want to thank you so much for coming on. I'd been looking forward to doing this interview with you one-on-one. You'd been on a couple times, but it was always as a tag team, you and JT. I'm going to have to get JT on here by himself. I had him on 30 minutes or less when I was doing a few of those. I'm going to have to get JT on and talk to him. He done said he's your toughest opponent. So we're going to put him on the spot, Ty, and see what the fuck he says. Ty, man, congratulations on all your success, dude. Man, I wish you guys the best. I want to see you guys capture those EPW tag team titles, man.
Give us like I said, a year. We'll get them. There ain't no possibility that we getting them. Like I said, no disrespect to them, but hey, we coming for them. There's no other choice. PA gonna have to see us regardless of whoever got them. They gonna have to see us regardless.
Oh yeah, I figure you guys will be knocking out some 5-star matches. If you rate matches, man. I don't really rate matches like that, but I mean, y'all have some killer matches. Ty, man, before we get out of here, man, talk to me about your family. I know you recently, a little while back, had another kid. What do you got now, 2?
I got 2 boys. One's
babies.
named Legend and the other one named Elijah. They 1 and 2.
So how's fatherhood? That's another spot where I think that you changed some in the wrestling business. I think when you had your first boy, I think when you had the first baby, I seen a change in you there, man. I feel like you kind of took this a little more serious than maybe you had up to that point.
Yeah, like I said, even though I got a shoot job, like I said, I take this wrestling stuff serious. It ain't no game to me. Like I said, my oldest one does everything I do. Like I said, from the high flying, from the kicking to the punching, he does everything just like me. So I was like, hey, if he sees me doing this stuff and he thinks I'm awesome, like I said, every time I get home, he always say, "Hey, Dad, you got a good match," or "Daddy, good match." Like I said, it's one of them. I'm pushing myself to make it to the next level, so I don't have to do my shoot job no more. But like I said, this is one of them.
Right.
I'm proving to them, like, hey, put your mind to it. You can do it.
And it sounds like we already going to see a Too Smooth 2 somewhere down the line, about 15, 16 more years. Maybe less than that. The way wrestling is now, let's see. Maybe, but we don't see these boys in the ring, at 11? Who knows, man?
Yeah.
Ty, my pleasure talking to you as always, dude.
Same.
You and your family have a wonderful rest of the night, my friend.
You too, sir. You too.
Take it easy. All right, y'all, you seen it right there. Ty Too Smooth Miller. EOG or the junior heavyweight champion. It does not matter. If you get a chance to see this young man, go see him, whether it's PPW, EPW, TIWF, MIW. It does not matter. If you see either one of these guys, if you see EOG on the marquee, go see him. If you see Ty Too Smooth Miller, go see. If you see JT Williams, go see, because these guys are young up-and-comers, and they will be somebody in the wrestling business one day. All right, guys, I'm going to promote these Dirty Dozens one more time, and then I'm going to let you guys get out of here.
You already know who it is. We be bustin'.
It's Big Buster, baby, and I got some Dirty Dozens for y'all.
We be bustin'.
Wrestling roast battles. Y'all ain't ready for this. Y'all ain't ready. Here we go. Who be bustin'? We be bustin' like Blassie, like William Perry, we hustlin'. Big in these streets like Big Buster. You a sucker like Lou Brother who trust. We bustin'. Lick off shot, chin, get clocked, knick-knack, patty whack, give a dog a bone. Dirty Dozens with my pros, step into the zone. Wrestling roast battle, leave that alone.
We be bustin'.
All right, y'all, Sunday, November 9th, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Do not miss it. I need all you guys to tune in. It should be a blast. We are done until this coming Sunday. Next Sunday, I want to say it's November 2nd. Be sure to tune in because I'm kicking off Dirty Dozens week. I know this one came fast. Quick turnover. That's just how we had to do it. We had to make sure everybody could be on at the same time and the same date. So that's what it fell on, was November 9th. Be sure to tune in starting this Sunday. We got Tony White. He's a first-round alternate for this contest. You know how it's been. We've done 2 shows and had 2 people drop out. Both times, alternates ended up in, so there's a good chance Tony White might end up in this contest, and he says he'll smoke everybody in it. Guys, until next Sunday at 7 p.m., y'all take it easy.
When you hear that Buster H.R. Oh, man, it's about to go down. You feel the tension in the air? Wrestling fans all over the world, get ready for this right here. They're gonna have a field day with this one. You're about to witness Buster Unmasked. There's no telling what Buster's gonna say today. We just getting started. Just getting started! Welcome to Buster Unmasked! Hosted by Buster H.R. Johnson. This is a Buster